In an era obsessed with digital metrics and faceless systems, we recall a man who built a nation through the sheer power of human memory. He didn't just lead, he invaded the souls of those he met, memorizing the lives of thousands as if they were his own family. How did a man with no elite degree turn bitter rivals into brothers in arms? The secret isn't in your strategy deck, it's in the raw obsession for the individual. Today, we reclaim the lost art of human magnetism from the man who mastered it like no other.
You think you can lead people by their titles? Wrong. You lead them by their names, their scars, and their stories. Stop treating people like numbers. So, we meet again. I hope you've been doing more than just nodding your head. Today, I want to talk about that wall you've built around yourself. You call it efficiency. I call it cowardice. You think firing off a message on an app is communication. You think a weekly Zoom call is connection. But let me ask you, when was the last time you felt the actual heat of another person's ambition or the cold chill of their fear? You're so busy looking at the data that you've forgotten how to look into a man's soul. Back in my day, the smart guys were just like you. They wanted everything streamlined, but I took the long road. I chose the messy, time-consuming, and inefficient path of getting my hands dirty in people's lives. And that is exactly why they would have followed me to the ends of the earth. Human beings are wired this way. We don't give our loyalty to a system. We give it to the person who took the trouble to see us, truly see us. If you want to be a leader people actually give a damn about, you need to throw away that efficiency shield. I'm going to teach you how I crack the hearts of thousands wide open. It starts with a weapon you're probably misusing every single day, a person's name. Now, let's get down to business. People always say, oh, Kakuei had a photographic memory. They treat it like some natural gift. They're wrong. It wasn't memory. It was obsession. It was grit. I carried around these battered lists of names everywhere. Supporters, bureaucrats, journalists, thousands of them. I didn't just glance at them. While I was bouncing around in the back of my car, I was drilling those names into my skull. Next to every name, I scribbled notes only I could understand. What we talked about on a rainy day, the color of the tie he wore, the way he laughed when I made a joke. I'd replay those scenes over and over in my head like a movie. Every night, before I closed my eyes, I'd sit in the dark and try to summon their faces, one by one. If a name didn't come to me, I'd get out of bed, turn on the light, and check that list again. I couldn't sleep until I knew. Why? Because forgetting a name isn't just a mistake. It's a declaration. You're telling that person, you aren't important enough for me to remember. How can you expect anyone to follow a man who treats them like a ghost? You lot today. You scan a business card into some app and think you're done. But that data is stuck in a machine. It's not in your soul. It has zero power. When I got a card, the moment that person turned their back, I'd flip it over and write, son is taking entrance exams or mother has a bad back. The next time I saw them, I'd hit them with it. Hey, how's your boy's exam going? Boom! I'd watch their eyes go wide. In that split second, I'd fired a bullet of recognition straight into their heart. That's not a networking skill. It's a promise. It's me saying, I see you. I carry your life with mine. That is how you build an army of people who will never betray you. Next, let's talk about money. Most of you think spending money is a loss. If that's your mindset, you'll never move a single soul. To me, money wasn't just paper. It was the ultimate letter, a way to fill the hole of loneliness or anxiety in another person's heart. Listen, there's a rhythm to using money. Most people bring gifts when things are going great for someone. They show up at the victory party with a big smile. But guess what? That money leaves zero impression. I never cared about the celebrations. I cared about the incense, the funerals, the tragedies, the moments of total despair. If someone is celebrating, you can be late. Hell, you can skip it entirely. But when someone is in pain, you never, ever leave them alone. When a man loses a family member and feels the world is crashing down, that is when you show up first. You hand him that envelope in silence. That one bill given when he feels abandoned is worth 100 times more than a million given when he's on top of the world. It's etched into his soul forever. And here's the iron rule. Give the money, but keep your mouth shut. Some people give money just to buy an obligation. That's the lowest thing you can do. The moment you say, remember when I helped you out, the money dies. It becomes garbage. You give it, then you forget you ever gave it. Let the other person carry the debt of gratitude in their own heart. If one of your team members is struggling with a family crisis, don't give them a lecture. Don't ask for a receipt. Just shove some cash into their hand and tell them, go take care of your family. That single act of living money will spark a fire in their heart that no speech could ever ignite. Money isn't for saving, it's for investing in the human spirit. So you've memorized the names and you've mastered the money. But even then, you're still going to face enemies, people who want to tear you down. What are you going to do? Crush them? Ignore them? Let me tell you, a real leader doesn't destroy his enemies. He swallows them whole and turns them into family. Whenever I faced a journalist who hated my guts or an opponent who attacked me in public, I didn't push them away. I dove straight into their arms. And I did it by bowing my head and saying, teach me. I tell them, look, I'm just a guy from the dirt who never went to a fancy school. I need your brains to make this happen. You see, human nature is a funny thing. It's hard to stay angry at someone who genuinely asks for your help. It's impossible to ignore someone who shows you their vulnerability. People today try so hard to look perfect. You act like you're a god who never makes a mistake. But perfection doesn't win love. It only breeds resentment. When people see your cracks, when they see you're human, that's when they think, I need to stand by this guy. He needs me. That is the aesthetics of the gap. Are you trying to be a perfect boss? If you are, you're failing. That mask will peel off sooner or later and nobody's going to catch you when you fall. Admitting your weakness isn't losing. It's the ultimate form of confidence. It's how you create a space for others to belong. Next time someone criticizes you, don't bark back. Go to them and say, that was a hell of a point. Now, show me how to fix it. The moment they start helping you, they become your shield. The best way to kill an enemy is to make him your best friend. Stop acting tough. You only become world class when you learn to use your weakness as your greatest weapon. So, you've memorized the names, used money wisely, and even showed your weakness. But there's still one group left, the smart guys, the elites. The bureaucrats who arm themselves with nothing but cold logic and data. You have them in your office too, don't you? Those people who give you 1,000 reasons why something can be done, but never a single reason why it should. Listen to me. Don't try to fight them with more logic. If they come at you with logic, you hit them with passion. You hit them with a vision that has blood pumping through it. When I pushed for my grand plans to remodel this country, I was surrounded by top-tier elites from the best universities. To them, my ideas were reckless. But I didn't just show them spreadsheets. I looked them in the eye and asked, are you really okay with letting your hometown rot away? Don't you want to build a country where the children in the snowy villages can laugh with full bellies all winter long? I spoke with a heat that radiated from my very soul. I gave them a why that was bigger than their how. Human beings, no matter how educated, don't follow a plan. They follow a person. They want to be part of something that makes their hearts beat faster. If your words are just information, no one will move. You have to infuse your words with your own life. You have to speak until you sweat, until your own conviction becomes contagious. Are you relying too much on polished PowerPoint slides? Are you just delivering data? That's not leadership. That's a weather report. If you want to melt the hearts of those cold intellectuals, you've got to show them your own fire. Passion is the only logic that can't be refuted. When you are truly on fire, the world has no choice but to watch you burn, and then they'll follow you into the flames. We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? If you've stayed with me this long, I think you're starting to see the truth. Human connection, people-person skills, leadership, call it what you want. In the end, it all comes down to one thing. How deeply can you love the human being standing right in front of you? The era I lived in and the world you're navigating now might look different on the surface. But listen to me. The human heart hasn't changed a single bit. Right now, at this very moment, there's a team member in front of you who is drowning in anxiety, there is a colleague waiting for a word of recognition. When you face them, remember what we talked about. Put down your phone. Look them in the eye. Don't treat them as a cog in your machine. Call them by their name. Forget about profit and loss for a second, and just stand by them in their time of need. Don't let this video be just another good story you heard today. That would be a waste of your precious time. When you walk into your office tomorrow, go straight to that person you find difficult to deal with. Ask about their life, their family, their dreams. Take that one step into their world. That small, messy, inefficient step is exactly where your rebirth as a leader begins. People like to complain that times have changed or the values are too diverse now. That's just an excuse to hide. The truth is simple. People will sweat for those who recognize them, and they will give their lives for those who love them. If you carry that love into your workplace, I promise you, even the coldest organization will start to burn with a new heat. These words I've left behind are now a part of you. The stage is yours now. Don't just watch from the sidelines. Shoulder the responsibility, love your people, and walk tall. I know you have it in you. I'm counting on you.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through the profound wisdom of Japan's great minds. If you found value in today's insights, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to Great Minds of Japan for more timeless lessons. We look forward to sharing more powerful stories and perspectives with you in our next video. Until then, stay inspired.